plants tend to absorb more potassium than they require. And this is where the idea of luxury consumption came up. And that still is, even today, in turfgrass science, a major area that BS artists love to go into. And one of the best B artists on potassium is no longer with us, actually. Passed away a few years ago. But he loved potassium's luxury consumption of potassium because he over years sold polymer-coated potassium. Potassium's almost never needed in most cases. In putting greens is different, sand cut fairways and sand sport zones, that's sport turf. That's a little bit different. We have no retention. But in many natural soils, the application of potassium is usually not going to provide any benefit. But you can't sell polymer-coated potassium if regular potassium is not going to provide a benefit. So the idea was, people might respond to this luxury consumption of potassium. I know this because I sat and had dinner with the guy many times, and he brought it up many times. Well, the people will believe that you need to apply potassium if they luxury consume it, and they can use it's like a bank account, and they can use it. The plant can use it later. That might be a means to sell more polymer-coated potassium. It's all BS. Drove me nuts. I'll never forget that. Sitting at the dude's house, and he's just coming up with BS lines, thinking about how he can BS the industry. And so the idea of luxury consumption, his concept of fleecing the industry by telling them you can apply more potassium so that there's some buffer in the plant. That concept was rooted, pardon the pun, in previous literature where indeed plants will take up potassium in rates greater than it actually needs. That is true. That does happen, but it doesn't necessarily mean or correlate or correspond to some sort of benefit in the plant later on.